Hey, Flo here. It's another kind of fake live stream, just a recording of the Bible readings that I'll split up later. I could technically live stream here, but the bitrate is just barely good enough. I couldn't even get a connection for certain things I was trying to do, so I don't think I want to try to mess with that. It would just be too frustrating, and it probably wouldn't work properly. So I'll just do the same thing I did last time with sending it to Restream and fake live stream and recording it. Maybe upload it later. It's definitely a good place to do a reading, though. It's really nice. Oh, there's a lot of places around here too. I bet if I went over there where those gnarly trees are, I could get another cool spot. I might do that. We'll see. Yeah, I'll try not to spend too much time. I'm pretty close to the top of the mountain. Really close. Looks like just a pretty easy climb to get up there. All right. So we're going to be reading Numbers chapters 3 to 4, John 11, and Luke 17, 1 through 10. Numbers chapter 3. This is the account of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. These are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab the firstborn, then Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These were Aaron's sons, the appointed priests, who were ordained to serve as priests. Nadab and Abihu, however, died in the presence of the Lord when they offered unauthorized fire before the Lord in the wilderness of Sinai. And since they have no sons, only Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their father Aaron. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and for the whole congregation before the tent of meeting, attending to the service of the tabernacle. They shall take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting and fulfill obligations for the Israelites by attending to the service of the tabernacle. Assign the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They have been given exclusively to him from among the Israelites. So you shall appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of the priesthood. But any outsider who approaches the tabernacle..." My throat is really dry. So you shall appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of the priesthood. But any outsider who approaches the tabernacle must be put to death. Again, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, in place of every firstborn Israelite from the womb. The Levites belong to me. For all the firstborn are mine. On the day I struck down every firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated to myself all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. They are mine. I am the Lord." Then the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, "Number the Levites by their families and clans. You are to count every male a month old or more." So Moses numbered them according to the word of the Lord, as he had been commanded. These were the sons of Levi by name: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These were the names of the sons of Gershon by their clans: Libni and Shimei. The sons of Kohath by their clans were Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. And the sons of Merari by their clans were Mahli and Mushi. These were the clans of the Levites according to their families. From Gershon came the Libnite clan and the Shimeite clan. These were the Gershonite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more was 7,500. The Gershonite clans were to camp on the west, behind the tabernacle, and the leader of the families of the Gershonites was Eliasaph, son of Lael. The duties of the Gershonites at the tent of meeting were the tabernacle and tent, its covering, the curtain for the entrance to the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, the curtain for the entrance to the courtyard that surrounds the tabernacle and altar, and the cords, all the service for these items. From Kohath came the clans of the Amramites and the Izharites, the Hebronites and the Uzzielites. These were the clans of the Kohathites. The number of all the males a month old or more was 8,600. They were responsible for the duties of the sanctuary. The clans of the Kohathites were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle, and the leader of the families of the Kohathites was Elizaphan, son of Uzziel. Their duties were the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, the articles of the sanctuary used with them, and the curtain, all the service for these items. The chief of the leaders of the Levites was Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest. He oversaw those responsible for the duties of the sanctuary. From Merari came the clans of the Mahlites and the Mushites. These were the Merarite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more was 6,200. The leader of the families of the Merarites was Zuriel, son of Abihail. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The duties assigned to the sons of Merari were the tabernacle's frames, crossbars, posts, bases, and all its equipment, all the service for these items, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes. Moses, Aaron, and Aaron's sons were to camp to the east of the tabernacle toward the sunrise, before the tent of meeting. They were to perform the duties of the sanctuary as a service on behalf of the Israelites. But any outsider who approached the sanctuary was to be put to death. The total number of Levites that Moses and Aaron counted by their clans at the Lord's command, including all the males a month old or more, was 22,000. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Number every firstborn male of the Israelites a month old or more, and list their names. You are to take the Levites for me, I am the Lord, in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of all the firstborn of the livestock of the Israelites." So Moses numbered all the firstborn of the Israelites as the Lord had commanded him. The total number of the firstborn males a month old or more, listed by name, was 22,273. Again the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of their livestock. The Levites belong to me. I am the Lord. To redeem the 273 firstborn Israelites who outnumber the Levites, you are to collect 5 shekels for each one, according to the sanctuary shekel of 20 gerahs. Give the money to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price for the excess among the Israelites." So Moses collected the redemption money from those in excess of the number redeemed by the Levites. He collected the money from the firstborn of the Israelites, 1,365 shekels, according to the sanctuary shekel. And Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons in obedience to the word of the Lord, just as the Lord had commanded him. This is not comfortable at all. I didn't bring my chair today because I just decided it was too much weight to be carrying up this longer, more difficult hike. So, and actually, the main reason is I wanted a little more room in my pack to bring an extra liter of water just in case I needed it. I need to find out if there's something I can eat or drink that would clear my throat when my throat is dry, or just kind of help with these readings, because it's a continual issue. Water doesn't do it. Guess I can do the marker while I'm thinking about it. Too many objects. It's starting to heat up. The sun's out. Figure out a way to attach this. Maybe I can do that, actually. Perfect. I won't carry it that way, but just attempt not to lose it would be good. And I hope that worked. Just got a random connection error here. It's so stupid. It could be because I'm sitting low to the ground, but it looks like I have 3 bars, which should be good enough for this. I don't understand connection issues. I'm glad I didn't try it. I'm glad I did not try to live stream though, because if it's this bad, there's no way it would work. When I did a speed test over there, though, it was not terrible. It was decent. But to the contrary, maybe the cell tower I'm connected to is over there, and because I sat down lower, it cut it off. Let me see if standing up helps. I could just stand up and not lean against that. That's probably what it was. Yeah, I bet there's a cell tower over that way. Well, I guess I'll have to stand. It's nonsense. It's not that my throat is dry, it's full of phlegm. I hate that. It's like a hiking thing. I don't really understand it. Very common. Can't wash it down. It's just there forever. Okie dokie. All right, see if I can get through this reading. It's long, very, very long. It's beyond annoying. don't know if I'll upload these videos. It's going to be stupid. I mean, I'll upload the readings, of course, but just the other stuff is probably won't be that interesting. I don't think anybody is trying to watch all my live streams to catch all the readings. And very few people watch my live streams in general, so as long as I get the readings up on WordHike, it's probably fine. Man. It's a long one. Numbers chapter 4. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Take a census of the Kohathites among the Levites by their clans and families, men from 30 to 50 years old, everyone who is qualified to serve in the work at the tent of meeting." This service of the Kohathites at the tent of meeting regards the most holy things. Whenever the camp sets out, Aaron and his sons are to go in, take down the veil of the curtain, and cover the ark of the testimony with it. They are to place over this a covering of fine leather, spread a solid blue cloth over it, and insert its poles. Over the table of the presence they are to spread a blue cloth and place the plates and cups on it, along with the bowls and pitchers for the drink offering. The regular bread offering is to remain on it, and they shall spread a scarlet cloth over them, cover them with fine leather, and insert the poles. They are to take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand used for light, together with its lamps, wick trimmers, and trays, as well as the jars of oil with which to supply it. Then they shall wrap it and all its utensils inside a covering of fine leather and put it on the carrying frame. Over the gold altar they are to spread a blue cloth, cover it with fine leather, and insert the poles. They are to take all the utensils for serving in the sanctuary, place them in a blue cloth, cover them with fine leather, and put them on the carrying frame. Then they shall remove the ashes from the bronze altar, spread a purple cloth over it, and place on it all the vessels used to serve there, the fire pans, meat forks, shovels, and sprinkling bowls, all the equipment of the altar. They are to spread over it a covering of fine leather and insert the poles. When Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy objects and all their equipment, as soon as the camp is ready to move, the Kohathites shall come and do the carrying. But they must not touch the holy objects or they will die. These are the transportation duties of the Kohathites regarding the tent of meeting. Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, shall oversee the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil. He has oversight of the entire tabernacle and everything in it, including the holy objects and their utensils. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Do not allow the Kohathite tribal clans to be cut off from among the Levites, in order that they may live and not die when they come near the most holy things. Do this for them. Aaron and his sons are to go in and assign each man his task and what he is to carry. But the Kohathites are not to go in and look at the holy objects, even for a moment, or they will die." And the Lord said to Moses, "Take a census of the Gershonites as well, by their families and clans, from 30 to 50 years old, counting everyone who comes to serve in the work at the tent of meeting. This is the service of the Gershonite clans regarding work and transport. They are to carry the curtains of the tabernacle, the tent of meeting with the covering of fine leather over it, the curtains for the entrance to the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, and the curtains for the entrance at the gate of the courtyard that surrounds the tabernacle and altar, along with their ropes and all the equipment for their service. The Gershonites will do all that needs to be done with these items. All the service of the Gershonites, all their transport duties, and other work is to be done at the direction of Aaron and his sons. You are to assign to them all that they are responsible to carry. This is the service This is the service of the Gershonite clans at the tent of meeting, and their duties shall be under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. As for the sons of Merari, you are to number them by their clans and families, from 30 to 50 years old, counting everyone who comes to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. This is the duty for all their service at the tent of meeting: to carry the frames of the tabernacle with its crossbars, posts, and bases, and the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tent pegs, and ropes, including all their equipment and everything related to their use. You shall assign by name the items that they are responsible to carry. This is the service of the Merari clans according to all their work at the tent of meeting, under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. So Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of the congregation numbered the Kohathites by their clans and families, everyone from 30 to 50 years old who came to serve in the work at the tent of meeting, and those numbered by their clans totaled 2,750. These were counted from the Kohathite clans, everyone who could serve at the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron numbered them according to the command of the Lord through Moses. Then the Gershonites were numbered by their clans and families, everyone from 30 to 50 years old who came to serve in the work at the tent of meeting. And those numbered by their clans and families totaled 2,630. These were counted from the Gershonite clans who served at the tent of meeting, whom Moses and Aaron counted at the Lord's command. And the Merarites were numbered by their clans and families, everyone from 30 to 50 years old who came to serve in the work at the tent of meeting. The men registered by their clans numbered 3,200. These were counted from the Merarite clans, whom Moses and Aaron numbered at the Lord's command through Moses. So Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of Israel numbered by their clans and families all the Levites from 30 to 50 years old who came to do the work of serving and carrying the tent of meeting. And the number of men was 8,580. At the Lord's command, they were numbered through Moses, and each one was assigned his work and burden, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Oh, standing is a massive struggle. Ooh. Whoa. All right. Make sure this is still working. I hope I'm standing in a good place. I don't know. If not, whatever. It is what it is. Should be all right. Okay, this is a really long chapter in John. I don't know why that's before the Luke. That's weird. John chapter 11. At this time, a man named Lazarus was sick. He lived in Bethany, the villages. Nice. Looks like this is a popular spot for mountain bikers. Start over. I don't think I'd be able to ride up here. It'd be very difficult. Of course, a lot of people have electric bikes these days. John chapter 11. At this time, a man named Lazarus was sick. He lived in Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. Mary, whose brother Lazarus was sick, was to anoint the Lord with perfume and wipe his feet with her hair. So the sisters sent word to Jesus, Lord, the one you love is sick. When Jesus heard this, he said, This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. Now Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. So on hearing that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was for 2 days. And then he said to the disciples, Let us go back to Judea. Rabbi, they replied, the Jews just tried to stone you, and you are going back there? Jesus answered, Are there not 12 days of daylight? Are there not 12 hours of daylight? If anyone walks in the daytime, he will not stumble, because he sees by the light of this world. But if anyone walks at night, he will stumble, because he has no light. After he had said this, he told them, Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am going there to wake him up. His disciples replied, Lord, if he is sleeping, he will get better. They thought that Jesus was talking about actual sleep, but he was speaking about the death of Lazarus. So Jesus told them plainly, Lazarus is dead, and for your sake I am glad I was not there, so that you may believe. But let us go to him. Then Thomas, called Didymus, said to his fellow disciples, Let us also go, so that we may die with him. When Jesus arrived, he found that Lazarus had already spent 4 days in the tomb. Now Bethany was near Jerusalem, a little less than 2 miles away, and many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them in the loss of their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went out to meet him, but Mary stayed at home. Martha said to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. But even now I know that God will give you whatever you ask of him." "Your brother will rise again," Jesus told her. Martha replied, "I know that he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day." Jesus said to her, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live, even though he dies. And everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this?" "Yes, Lord," she answered. "I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who was who was to come into the world." After Martha had said this, she went back and called her sister Mary aside to tell her, "The teacher is here and is asking for you." And when Martha heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. Now Jesus had not yet entered the village, but was still at the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who were in the house consoling Mary saw how quickly she got up and went out, they followed her, supposing she was going to the tomb to mourn there. When Mary came to Jesus and saw him, she fell at his feet and said, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come with her also weeping, he was deeply moved in spirit and troubled. "Where have you put him?" he asked. "Come and see, Lord," they answered. Jesus wept. Then the Jews said, "See how he loved him." But some of them asked, "Could not this man who opened the eyes of the blind also have kept Lazarus from dying?" Jesus, once again deeply moved, came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. "Take away the stone," Jesus said. "Lord, by now he stinks," said Martha, the sister of the dead man. "It has already been 4 days." Jesus replied, "Did I not tell you that if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" So they took away the stone. Then Jesus lifted his eyes upward and said, "Father, I thank you that you have heard me. I knew that you always hear me, but I say this for the benefit of the people standing here, so they may believe that you sent me." After Jesus had said this, he called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" The man who had been dead came out with his hands and feet bound in strips of linen, and his face wrapped in a cloth. "Unwrap him and let him go," Jesus told them. Therefore many of the Jews who had come to Mary and had seen what Jesus did believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. Then the chief priests and Pharisees convened the Sanhedrin and said, "What are we to do? This man is performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and then the Romans will come and take away both our place and our nation." But one of them, named Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, said to them, "You know nothing at all. You do not realize that it is better for you that one man die for the people than that the whole nation perish." Caiaphas did not say this on his own. Instead, as high priest that year, he was prophesying that Jesus would die for the nation, and not only for the nation, but also for the scattered children of God, to gather them together into one place. To gather them together into one. So from that day on, they plotted. So on. So from that day on, they plotted to kill him. As a result, Jesus no longer went about publicly among the Jews, but he withdrew to a town called Ephraim in an area near the wilderness, and he stayed there with the disciples. Now the Jewish Passover was near, and many people went up from the country to Jerusalem to purify themselves before the Passover. They kept looking for Jesus and asking one another as they stood in the temple courts, "What do you think? Will he come to the feast at all?" But the chief priests and Pharisees had given orders that anyone who knew where he was must report it so that they could arrest him. Some really noisy flies today. I'm sure that'll be able to hear that in the readings. Okay, just a really short chapter in Luke, and I'm done with this reading. I think I want to go over there and check it out, but I might go up to the top first. Luke chapter 17. Jesus said to his disciples, "It is inevitable that stumbling blocks will come, but woe to the one through whom they come. It would be better for him to have a millstone hung around his neck and to be thrown into the sea than to cause one of these little ones to stumble. Watch yourselves. If your brother sins, rebuke him, and if he repents, forgive him. Even if he sins against you 7 times in a day, and 7 times returns to say, 'I repent,' you must forgive him." The apostles said to the Lord, "Increase our faith." And the Lord answered, "If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, 'Be uprooted and planted in the sea,' and it will obey you. Which of you, whose servant comes in from plowing or shepherding in the field, will say to him, 'Come at once and sit down to eat'? Instead, won't you tell him, 'Prepare my meal and dress yourself to serve me while I eat and drink, and afterward you may eat and drink'? Does he thank the servant because he did what he was told? So you also, when you have done everything commanded of you, should say, 'We are unworthy servants. We have only done our duty.'" All right, that's it for this one. I think I'll end the video, which I still don't know if I'll upload. I might just chop them up. But the only thing that's weird is these won't go up for like a month or quite a long time. So if anyone is enjoying watching the replays, I might have to upload them just for that reason alone to my main channel, which makes sense. We'll see. All right, that's it for now. I'll catch you later. I might do another stream over, or another recording over there to my left, and then probably do something at the top too. Anyway, catch you later.